Dirty,
dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
Dirty.
dirty,
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 Dirty.
dirty,
dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty,
What's going on, y'all? Dirty 30 Beatdown Brown and the illustrious Ed Winnington P. Esquire.
Yeah, how we doing, man?
Man, I'm chilling, brother. I'm chilling, man. Up here just being easy, man. You know,
That's the word, brother. That is the word. Just
it's
be
the only way to
easy.
be, man.
Just be easy, man.
We got a pack one with your brother, man. Yeah.
Ah,
The other gift that keeps on giving,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
It's two or three, but it's, man, two of them just
Mm-hmm.
they like that cat we don't say, man. They can't stop, won't stop, man.
Lead them in, man. Lead them in, man.
So thanks to the brother Yeezy, Kanye West Sunday Service is stripped of their charity status due to 3 years of unfiled tax returns.
Ouch. That's the bread and butter of most of these organizations
Mm-hmm.
is that status, because that's how you get your bread. That's how you get, that's how you stack. And 3 years?
Yeah, man.
Damn. Y'all hit. Y'all are it's a wrap. And I think now that he's not even affiliated with it no more, that his whole Sunday service thing
Yeah,
that he was doing. And yeah.
they've been operating on their own because, like, homeboy is just off to the next one. Like,
Yeah.
On
Doing
one-
what Kanye do,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, on one end of it, you can be like, all right, man, I built it, y'all run with it,
Right.
but run with it with give me proper business, give me proper footing so that I can run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Or he did that and they just fumbled the bag. Because
Well-
it sounds like he pumped in a lot of money and was just like, yeah, y'all, I'm busy. I'm up in my head right now. I ain't, I'm trying to, spread the word and, be righteous. But yeah, I don't have time to sit down and calculate numbers. Here's a nice little bag, make it work.
It's who did you leave in charge? Because if you were the one in charge, because right now this is the one cloudy part on it is, okay, was your team in charge? And now that you've removed yourself,
You removed
the team that was
Right.
handling everything, and they're literally just a talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just the
Yeah.
the organization was not in charge of the financials. They were in charge of everything else. Like, okay, we're the booking, we're the transportation, whatever. Because even with that, like, there was a lot of shady ways of how they weren't dealing with each other and all like that. Like, after the Coachella and the Hollywood Bowl and all that other stuff, it's like, okay, his self-destructive behavior was showing up and was really bothering everything they had going on. Yeah, he put a lot of money and he established a brand,
Mhm.
but with everything that he's doing and lawsuits that were coming up, they were suing him because they had stuff like, all right, transportation wasn't right when we were doing stuff. You don't pay overtime. You know what I'm saying? If folks are doing stuff. He wasn't following stuff up like that. And this goes to what we were talking about with the last show with, okay, you're doing this, but what is your team doing? It looks good, but if you're doing this, like the choir director, Michael Pearson, said, like, I'm paid $250 a day, regardless of how many hours I work. So yeah, that could be great if you only working an hour or two that day.
Right.
But
If you working sun up to sundown 7 days a week, bro, that's burnout.
we know how Kanye gets down in the studio. The
Mhm.
fact that, like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep in here while y'all start working, and then I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm gonna make 20 changes, and we
Yep.
gotta do this.
Yep.
And it's like he wasn't given proper meal and rest periods. People have to understand this is not just a case of, oh yeah, this is all good, I'm gonna do something cool. This is a business, and this is
Yeah.
what once again, going back to last episode, what we're talking about, cats have to look at this. This isn't just a case of, oh, this is some dope music stuff to do, this will look cool like that. No, there's a whole overhead behind it. There's a whole production team. You gotta look at the cat who wrap up the chords at the end of the night, and what does his pockets look like? Did he go on break? Like they saying, did you get lunch, man? You get dinner? Like what's going on? Like, you got to hire proper craft services. You can't fire fest your own crew and sit up there and be like, yeah, by the end of the night we had cheese sandwiches and a couple of straight grapes, and he said we
split.
should be good. And we should be good. Nah, man, you got to make sure that everything is all good, everybody's getting fed properly and like that. Come on, man. This is when you show up to your gig makes sure that you get paid. They make sure that you take so many breaks in your lunch during the day. Now, it isn't their job to feed you, but it's their job to make sure that you got the open time to get fed, to feed yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you're actually traveling, uprooting people to go do shows, to go do sessions like that, nah, it's, yo, I got a chef on deck for this. You know what I'm saying? I accounted for this. You need to holler at that chicken wing lady, man, and make sure you was taking care of folks, man.
But yeah, it was they lost.
You ain't
their
catch
charity.
that one.
I got you. Yeah, you ain't have to do her like that. But yeah, should have got the hookup. They might have got the hookup from Chicago. Yeah, nice little plug there, like that. But yeah, man, that charity status. Once that's gone, man, I don't know if you can get that back, especially after 3 years. They said they haven't been up on their taxes. So
what it comes up to is it would have to turn around, and I guess you would have to see that the organization has changed hands in order for it to be proper. It would literally have to go into like, okay, you know what? The foundation has moved from him to this is who's up here. This is how we are going to do our thing, and this is how it's going to be different. But even with that, are you equipped for that type of pump and dump?
Are they ready to make that transition to be like, we're totally not messing with Mr. Yeezy anymore? And also, I'm sure that everybody's like, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but you still delinquent. You still owe us that money. How they gonna get that bread up?
Well, this comes to the point of, like I said, who's listed on the paperwork, who's involved. We now operate under this name and this LLC over here, separate from it. So it might be Sunday Service, the Fellowship LLC, and we are not under that umbrella whatsoever. And our individual members was not involved with that. So whoever his team is set up or whatever that has to handle that, that's them. We are not. We were a product of that. Basically, that's what it gets down to, is you have to show, were you guys executors of that, or were you guys a product of it? Because the fact of the matter is, if Pepsi go down right now, Pepsi, what's in the bottles is a product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the CEOs like that. So if all the workers who didn't sign no contract for that decided we're going to start a worker-owned company that's going to bottle the same recipe, what's in them bottles isn't liable for whatever else unless that's asset seizure. So it's like you have to watch how you're portrayed in that. Music is a weird thing, and you might not have access to your old catalog to lean back on, but from what I saw and how they operate, and this is just looking at the church as a whole and that type of thing, it doesn't play the same way as, all right, now Lauryn Hill can't do none of her songs because the labels own it or whatever like that. You kind of, church don't work that way. And most of those songs aren't directly copywritten, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing hymns and things like that, that's public works. So there is loopholes and ways for them to jump around and truly separate themselves. It's about, can you now get the investors to come back up to be able to operate? Is what it gets down to.
Yeah, without that name recognition, how do they stay relevant? Because we hear that Sunday service, we automatically think of him, but now they're gonna have to flip the whole script. What if he say, no, that name, I own that name on some old Prince shit?
Oh,
like y'all can't use that name no more. That's my name. Y'all come up with some other shit.
Let's just say he owns Sunday Service. All right, cool. You own Sunday Service, but like I said, I know how different churches can operate. Oh, you own Sunday Service, but you don't own Sunday Service Benediction. You don't own Sunday Service Psalm 3, Psalm 6. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that part. You say, bro, it's a workaround. They could use that. They're gonna find some way to spin that name.
We agape Sunday service now. We love the Sunday service of love. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's too many churches that I've watched that all of a sudden that name flip with one word in front of it, one word behind it. You know what I'm saying? And
first Episcopal or first whatever the hell. Yeah.
That's funny. All you gotta do is put the rock on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they on it, man. They can flip it up quick. So they can get their get back, they can get their comeback. But my biggest thing is, this isn't a local thing. This isn't a sit there thing. There is, like I said, there's a whole machine on the back end that you don't see. I don't see. It was cool with the little Instagram and Twitter videos of them singing on the private jet or whatever like that. You know, it's cool seeing them with the big tour buses, and everybody's singing and doing their thing and grooving and all like that and nodding their heads. Okay, so who's paying for the buses now? How's the buses getting covered? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been seeing a lot of churches. They buses don't look like them buses. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. How do they recover? Considering, man, they got the tax man on their butt. Regardless, they got to file for bankruptcy or
Sunday Service LLC has the tax man on their butt.
Got it.
This choir doesn't have the tax man on their butt, as long as they're not on right now. If everything goes down, Eddie P don't have an issue if Schwabel Room got an issue, unless you're an executor. Gotcha. If you are the talent, you know what I'm saying? As long as your name ain't on that board of executors,
you could go make. I'm just saying, regardless, how does this group stay together? How do they move? How do they make that transition? I'm not worried about whose name on what. They got the talent, but what do you think is the next step for this talent? What do you think is going to happen with them? Because bye-bye planes, bye-bye those fancy tour buses. That's what I'm saying.
It's who's your angel investor, and there could be one or a million of them, because the fact of the matter is, for that branch of stuff, they are a known commodity. You can make money with them. People are going to go there. This is Kanye was the main draw in the beginning, but I saw those Sunday services without Kanye. That went right up there with trap karaoke. Them joints was lit. It was packed out.
It's kind of like if the dancers from the Jabberwockies, like they can't take that name, but the talent could go anywhere. You don't know who's behind those masks and all that stuff. The talent can go. I'm just wondering what is the next level. Hopefully somebody will, a mega church or somebody will scoop them up or fund them, like you said. Let them keep doing what they're doing. It was like, y'all owe us now. You work for us now.
Yeah, because we do our taxes right. We got our stuff right. Look, all our stuff is together. So it's just like, yo, you know what? It's all good. You're under this umbrella. Hell, Kirk Franklin take him over. You know what I'm saying?
Game over. Yeah, game over.
Kirk Franklin take him over. This is now what happens is you get somebody that's going to get you in a label deal. That's not necessarily where you want to be, but let's be honest about it. Was it actually that sweet with As we
Yeah.
seeing right now with all the complaints, they had transportation issues where they left off of a tour and there was no shuttle to take them back to their vehicles.
Ouch.
So you just like, oh, so we got to walk this many miles to get back to where we parked at. Word, that's what's
Got
going
it.
on.
Mhm.
So with all that said and done, yeah, man. I mean, it might be a case of some high-end gospel artists. Like I said, there's only a few of them that are on that level.
Right.
Maybe this is a Kurt pickup. All right, we signing y'all, and we gonna put y'all on the road. Maybe this is TD Jakes or whoever with one of them just crazy huge churches. Like, yo, we got y'all. We got a budget. We ain't got 50 mil to throw down y'all, but we got 2 to
Or
5.
I'll put one out there. What if somehow Mr. Tyler Perry put him on, make a deal for him, put a package for him, put a play for him,
Honestly, I give you a petty play that isn't necessarily his run, but Prince of Petty, man, 50 is up there's like I got your Sunday service.
Shit.
I got your Sunday service.
With the transitions, that's it, because I could see that happening. That's because he's been making moves. Yeah, I could. Thank you. Yeah. Now y'all owe me, because then you'll have 50 in another couple months saying y'all done got back on. Where's my 80K or whatever? You know how he do. He be loaning cats money on the slick, and then when they blow up, he like, hey, you see that tweet, so owe me, and he ashamed a dude until he end up cutting that check, which he's done a couple times. It's like, bro, haven't y'all learned to stop taking money from 50? If you do take money from 50, pay that man in advance. Don't let him have to come chase you for it.
Hey, be like, hey, this is, come on, man. How many people we heard that talked about, yo, man, this is your tax percentage on that one. Why'd you even touch it?
Yeah.
You knew that was gone. And honestly, that's why he shames cats, is because he tells cats this. He's like, he preaches this. This is the same cat as up there's like, how could you turn $1 million into $2 million in one sitting? And he gave you the game. He didn't touch that first mill.
Right.
Everything was off the secondary. So it's like, when you got that kind of game given at you, understand who you're dealing with, what he's basically pushing across the table to you off top.
And
so
don't take a loan from him. First bank of 50. Do not go there. So yeah, my 2 cents, man. He said,
come on, man. 50 about to run dirty 30, man. It's on. 50 about to run dirty 30. Everything about you'll know it. That black and white you see behind NEP right there is gonna change all up.
Yes,
like,
sir.
yo, is that
Yes,
poolside? Are you poolside right now recording?
Is he by that fireplace? Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Like, look, yo, y'all said, wait, first of all, are y'all brothers sitting on the same couch for this one?
See?
Like, oh yeah, man.
We got a studio.
50 guys flying out. 50 guys flying out every week.
We got a studio.
It's like, yeah, I need that atmosphere. I need y'all to fly out every week. Yeah, we got a studio now.
Yes, sir. All
Yeah.
right, fam.
So bringing it on back home. This is a cool thing, but this is a wild thing. Like, Kaz, you got a man who can't get a doggone album done for like what, the last 20-25 years. He gonna loose lip on everything else.
Right? How crazy is that, man? Go ahead, lead him in.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Dr. Dre and Snoop got a collaborative album coming out called Missionary. I'm gonna leave that there. I don't know which end of it is. We don't know if that's a pause or if that's a ambassador thing. We gonna leave that where it is.
Right on.
But they've been, kind of slowly but surely talking about it. And I guess because everybody get on him so much because, Detox has been coming out, I think, since I was in 8th grade. I'm lying, but you know what I'm saying? Detox been coming out forever and ain't happened. He's like, I actually got to say something about, like, basically this album is done and it is going to come out. But he was getting interviewed by Michelle Turner. And he's up there like, they're asking how many songs did he actually rhyme on. He's like, I did a couple songs. I'm not sure which one was going to make it. But before being asked who else appeared, nobody asked who else appeared when he answered this question, when he spilled the thing. See, like, we got Sting on the song. We have He's like, yeah, I guess
Shit.
I'm running my mouth. Man,
Yep.
it's an amazing roster of artists on the album. I shouldn't
Yep.
even said that, to be honest.
Yep. He
But,
got caught up, he started flexing, because he was in the thick of it, and I guess he's excited about this new joint. But
yeah,
man, he let it slip. It was like, bruh, again, like you said, man, you know how many people you done shelved and how much other shit you could put a Snoop album out every fucking week for the next 4 or 5 years. Easy.
he does. I caught myself at one point, and this is before he bought Death Row. I caught myself because I heard a cut that was banging from Snoop, and this is before the before the return of Death Row. Okay. And this is a couple years back. I'm like, man, I'm gonna catch up on Snoop's back catalog, man. I've been sleeping in he don't never miss. He always be having like the hottest producers you ain't heard of yet, like that. Check for what Snoop got going on. I was up just like, what the fuck? I'm never going to catch up with this. How many albums did he drop?
Exactly.
Like everybody talk about how many albums, Drake drop or whatever. Don't nobody drop like Snoop drop, man. Snoop got 50 albums, man. He dropped like, you see actors just trying to secure that pension. So they like in every damn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how Snoop drop albums, man. But
Dre let this one slip because he had his hands all over this one. Him and Snoop been in the lab for a minute.
Like you said, this is the first time, like literally since Doggy Style, that he produced an entire album for Snoop.
That is crazy. Crazy.
What should be interesting and should be pretty doggone cool. I know I waver at times with some decisions that Dre makes or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like I said, I'm a fan of the talent that Snoop happens to pull out. I mean, he was the first one to bring around the Terrace Martin. He was one of the first ones. He's constantly working with Battle Cat, and keeps that sound coming back around. Bringing
October
Superfly
London
around, London, Superfly, Scoop DeVille, excuse me. I mean, like he's always got some fire cast that either you don't hear from enough or you haven't heard of at all, and bringing them up, bringing Jelly Roll back around, Rick Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's like he always pulls folks out. So it's just like, okay, yeah, love the fact that he got a fully Dre produced project. This is very nostalgic, takes you back to your childhood, whatever, yada yada yada. But at the same time, it's like,
yeah, like come on, Dre. We don't know because you haven't been consistent. You say you're gonna do your words and actions hasn't lined up in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working with so I'm working with so and so. This about to drop. And it's like, when, Dre? When?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's like, I don't know if y'all and TDE on the same timeline with y'all music. It's like, man, y'all have the hot winning hand, and then y'all just like, we just gonna fall back. We're gonna take the fall. We're gonna take the fall season off. We'll see you in the summer.
Man.
Maybe. So
yeah.
Like I said, I'm excited. Like you said, man, it's nostalgic. Over damn near 30 something years that Dre has produced a full album for Snoop, and they both grown. It's big brother, little brother type situation. And yeah, man, I hope this album, I hope it meets their expectations, man.
I didn't see you. We did discussed it. We discussed it. The child's up there's like, this one didn't meet it. This one didn't meet it. All right, that's cool. I don't even know if I'm listening to that one. Yeah, I know, because we done had a couple conversations about that.
Yeah, and I told you, and I was like, dude, that's why I was putting it off. And I had some time at the gig. I was like, let me go ahead and listen to this album. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that damn Rakim album. And I was like, first off, I told you, him doing it, the whole thing himself, I was like, bad idea. I was like, come on, man. Rob, please, bad idea. Damn it. Please don't do that. And again, to me, it sounded like one damn song. One song. That's what it sounded like to me, man. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. So
I think the one thing with that one, and then we'll drop back into Dre and Snoop here in a second. I think the one thing about it is very dated in its tonality.
Thank
But
you.
that worked for me as compared with one who he put on, what he was doing, whatever. But
Yeah.
it was but this was the first New York only album I've heard in a long time. And yeah, it goes with boom bappers everywhere, but this was for a very select group of people.
And that's what I don't like. That's the shit I don't like. You are absolutely right. You articulated that perfectly, because that's what it was. It wasn't shitty. It just wasn't. It was for a direct audience, and I don't like that. That shit should have been opened up. If you're ahead, you can respect it because of the features he got on there, which is, I love those. But the overall tonality of the album, like you said, is just dated, and it's like, fam.
But going with getting back to Extreme Regional, I'm cool with Extreme Regional for how homogenous this game has got. Denzel Curry just dropped his last album, and it's crazy because Denzel Curry is a spitter. Denzel Curry is all over the place, working with Kenny Beats, working with JID. Was just on JPEG Mafia's new album. I mean, Homeboy's fire, but he's up there's like, man, I'm a Florida boy, and I'm gonna do some Florida trap shit. And if you ain't from Florida, you might not be with it.
That's fine. I can respect that.
And I was with it though. I was feeling it. Is it gonna run laps back around like some of his other projects and some of the other stuff they do? Nah, but I still got a black flag wrapped around my mic. I'm with him on that one. But I'm with when you go regional. I want to see some Houston cats bring back Swisher House. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get back to that. Come on, give me a G-Funk album if you're from the West. That's why I mess with. As much as I don't mess with YG, that's why I mess with YG, because YG sounds like Compton. YG don't sound like the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to YG,
you said Compton. It's different. Yeah.
He don't sound like he didn't go up and go grab Muggs to go do a track. He didn't go get Madlib to do a joint. Both West Coast artists. He didn't get Tyler to do production or the internet. Nah, I got Junebug from C Block that got a. I went and bought him an MPC, and he got Fruity Loops, and he got busy, and he do all my tracks. Like literally, I could smell the 40 in that good Cali Chronic, and a little bit of hydraulic oil because they ain't fixed that last pump on that lowrider they was riding in. Like, yo, that's bucket music right there.
You put it more in perspective as far as regional or whatever, but I don't think Raw was doing that. It was just he was putting out an album. I don't think he was like, this is strictly for my head. So whatever. I think he was like, I'm just dropping an album. You feel it, whatever. But yeah, again, Snoop, I hope this album delivers. Dre, stop playing, damn it. You got you got a second chance at life, man. You should be pumping out all kind of fucking music, kind of like Master P did in the 90s. His shit should be coming out, with that life scare he had, man. That would put a fire up under my ass. I'm like, man, I gotta just, start giving shit away. Just dropping great music.
JD passed that lesson on to DJ Jazzy Jeff. I think you saw the video, or you sent the video out where he's up there like, man, die empty. Get everything out that you're supposed to put out there. Get that shit out, get it done, get it over with. Don't hold on to nothing, because what does it mean when it's sitting there, man?
Yes, sir. Because you don't want somebody buying the shit and messing up the whole legacy. So, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Hey, been another wonderful set of shows. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you to all the subscribers, all the current viewers. Saw a couple extra viewers and comments on some of the last shows. Appreciate y'all. I hope y'all subscribe. I hope y'all stick around, keep coming back around. We here for y'all. Make sure y'all message us, tell us anything that y'all want to hear about it, whatever. We do watch the messages. I cannot respond. I don't know what's up with my apps if I'm not sitting in front of a computer. So don't think I'm being funny because you only see my man Ed Winnington the P up there responding back to you. I'm not being funny style. for some reason, both on Android and Apple, my YouTube apps do not let me comment on nothing. So
We'll fix it. We'll get it
we
fixed.
we don't know what's cracking up. We don't know what's cracking with that. So unless I'm literally sitting in front of the computer, and that don't happen as much because I got a day gig or a night gig, however you want to put it. So I don't get up there. But I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your viewership. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share it. Make sure y'all subscribe. Appreciate all the rest of our Schwable Room brethren and sisterin. We are the Schwable Room Mechanics, bomb since 2020. And hey, we're gonna keep doing it and plugging away at it. We thank y'all, and that would be peace.
Peace.